and welcome back to the Real Estate News. We know the holidays are coming, and we know that means, excitingly enough, we're going to have family and friends to our homes. We're going to be enjoying the season, and we're going to be celebrating, and what that means is having food. What you don't want in your kitchen, along with the food, is pests. We have today with us, so pleased to speak with Angela Tucker and Steve Kuzy. They are both entomologists with Terminix and are here today to give us some tips on how to keep these pests out of your kitchen. Steve and Angela, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good morning.
Fabulous. Well, thank you again for joining us. I have quite a few questions. I'm going to just go ahead here. Angela, let's start with you. What are some signs that I have some unwanted visitors in my kitchen?
All right, some signs that you have unwanted visitors is when you open up your cabinet and it looks something like this. You may see some larvae coming out of the package of flour. Larvae are going to be tiny and white. You'll be able to see them. You may also see some webbing on the top of the package, and this is an indication that you have pests inside. The other sign is that you're going to see some adult beetles or moths walking or crawling inside that cabinet, and you'll realize that you have pests in your cupboard.
Oh, that is not fun things to see in your cupboard. That's nothing that we want to see, especially at this time of year when we have friends and family going to come over. Thank you for the hints right away. We're going to move forward a little bit. Stephen, I was going to ask you, Angela gave us some good information on kind of the things that we might see. What are those pests that we're going to see, and what are the foods that they are most likely attracted to that we can then rid out of our kitchen?
Pantry pests are predominantly a group of small beetles. They all tend to be the same size, about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch long, reddish-brown in coloration. And there also are a few different moth species. Now, these are very general feeders of basically all dry foods. They can be infesting anything, such as processed foods like flour or pasta, and even whole grain products like rice and beans.
Okay, this is great information. Again, Angela, I have a quick question for you. So we've got some information of what to look for, what these pests are. Now, what can we do to prevent them or get them out?
All right, so the first step for preventing these pests is when you're at the grocery store. You want to look at the package, make sure it's the original packaging. You don't see any discoloration, whether it's black specks that are falling off, and then you don't see really tiny holes inside the packaging where some product like flour is coming out. This is an indication that that product may have pests inside. Once you bring a package home and you open it up to cook or to bake and you have some leftovers, what you then want to do is put the leftover product inside an airtight container, plastic, glass, even a Ziploc bag. That way you can see the pests on the inside. When you see the pests on the inside, you want to throw that food away so that you don't have pests coming out and infesting other products inside your cupboard.
Wow, thank you. That's such good information. I don't think we all realize that these things are coming from possibly even before you even bring them into the home from the grocery store, so you can stop this issue at the time that you're shopping.
You're absolutely correct.
Great. That's great information. Thank you. And Stephen, what are some of the biggest dangers that come with having these kind of pests in your cabinets with your food?
Well, here's some good news. These insects do not bite, they do not sting, and they are not known as being disease vectors. So the main thing we want to take home here is to identify problems as quickly as possible. If you can identify the original source of infestation and discard it, then you don't have to worry about that infestation spreading throughout your entire pantry.
Okay, that's a good thing to know. At least they're pests, but they're not the kind that are going to cause any immediate physical discomfort. It's just kind of a pest to remove from your kitchen cabinets. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Fabulous. Angela, what can we know about when this problem has gotten bigger and has moved beyond our own remedies to kind of prevent it or to get rid of it?
That's a great question, particularly with a lot of do-it-yourself out there. So let's say today you come home, you find a pest, and you throw away what you think is the contaminated foods. And in 30 to 40 days, you open up the cabinet and you see some of the same pests again in that cabinet. That's an indication that you might have missed a product that had some pests inside of it, or that you might have missed in your cleaning a spillage area, whether it's a small amount of flour in a crack, where they're continuing to grow and develop. The second sign is when you find them in an area where you don't typically have stored food, such as your bedroom or your bathroom. That's a sign that possibly that insect has spread to other areas of the house looking for more food, or that there's an area there that we may need to be able to identify. That's when you know for sure you need to get someone in to come help you identify the pest and locate areas where we need to remove some food.
Okay, so this is when we want to call for backup, when we see that they've moved on to other areas of the house and they're getting into things that don't even have food in that area, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good to know. Thank you so much. Now, if our viewers out there are looking for more information on these remedies or on this prevention, can you shout out a little bit of how they can find out?
Oh, certainly so. Many companies such as Terminix provide free inspection and identification services, and we can always be contacted at Terminix.com.
Fabulous. That was Angela Tucker and Steve Kuzy, and they are entomologists with Terminix, bringing us a lot of great information to how to remove pests, or better yet, prevent them from coming into your home at all during this holiday season where we're going to celebrate with friends and family in our homes and kitchen. Thank you, Angela and Steve, so much for joining us on our Real Estate News program, and stick around. We'll have more real estate news after the break.